welcome to Muddy River Mornings. I'm Bob Gough.
And I'm Brittany Boll.
And we had a week off because of the holiday, but we're here for a couple more weeks, but we'll be taking more time off at the end of the year.
Ooh, I love the holidays.
So I do too. It's a lot of fun, and we like to give people time off. We don't feel we need to just be here. We are, if something newsworthy happens, we'll do it. But for the most part, go spend time with your family.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
what it's all about.
But for now, it's news, and today is December 5th. It's also National Repeal Day.
Yay! Woo!
That is the anniversary of the 1933 repeal of Prohibition, when Americans finally got the legal green light to raise a glass again. So go visit your local bar and have a drink to celebrate freedom, or the illusion of freedom, whatever you'd like to toast to today. But first, let's start our day at Crazy Cakes. There we can get the base going, for our drinks.
Yes.
Today it's lunch. We have the half of a Jimmy Timmy, your favorite.
Timmy.
And then it's paired with soup. Their soup this week was French onion. It's delicious. You have the option, again, of the half sandwich and a side of soup to warm you up on your Friday mornings.
It looks good. Go see our friends at Crazy Cakes, especially with as cold as it is. Drink lots of their delicious coffee.
Absolutely.
It's so cold outside. But we have a lot of busy news stories. It was once again a busy news week, and Brittany will get us started.
A 64-year-old woman found dead last weekend in Washington Park in Quincy has been identified as Navy veteran Kimberly Norwood. Adams County coroner says Norwood died of natural causes and that she will receive a proper military burial honors at Sunset Cemetery at the Illinois Veterans Home. Known around town for her friendly nature and regular walks through downtown and the park, the neighbors have left a Navy tribute flag at her apartment door as a quiet salute to her service. And while there likely won't be a public ceremony, the community continues to honor her in small but meaningful ways, making sure her service and her presence here are remembered.
At this week's Quincy City Council meeting, aldermen had the first reading of a 6.2 tax levy increase, which is expected to add about $25 to the city portion of the property taxes if your home is assessed in the $150,000 range. The additional revenue will support police and fire pensions, the library, and existing bond debt. No one came forward during the first public comment period, but there will be other opportunities if someone wants to speak out against the increase. Also, the Quincy's Christmas Parade has been rescheduled for this Sunday with parking restricted along Main Street. Free for that. Going to be a little cold, but have a good time at the parade on Sunday.
The Quincy Public Schools Board will begin interviewing candidates for the district's next superintendent later this month, following input from more than 260 survey responses. Finalist interviews are planned for January with the goal of naming a new superintendent by February. Lanty McGuire will step in as interim superintendent beginning in January until the permanent hire is made.
At this week's Hannibal City Council meeting, public safety took center stage as the council gave a first reading to the new public safety sales tax that voters recently approved of. The ordinance moves the city one step closer to putting funding into place for police, fire, and emergency services. Hannibal Police Chief Jacob Naki also addressed the council, outlining plans to update department equipment and the need to modernize record systems. He added his support for increasing the department's authorized staffing by one officer, and those discussions will continue as the city works through next year's budget. And remember that Muddy River Mornings is driven by Hess Auto Agency, and we will be back after this.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
In the tri-state area, local businesses aren't just a place to shop. They are engraved into our community. Muddy River Engraving knows, lives, and models this business mentality.
Look how cute!
From getting gear for your team,
Those turned out nice, thank you.
to a custom gift for friends or family, Muddy River Engraving will take your idea or story and bring it to life with his products. From 1 to 1,000 items, Muddy River Engraving can handle any project for you. Muddy River Engraving, engraved into your community.
Hello, I'm Kelly Reif, nurse practitioner with Blessing Health. 'Tis the season for holiday gatherings for sniffles and sneezes, colds, and sore throats. It's cold and flu season. Our teams at the Express Clinics at Quincy and Pittsfield and the walk-in clinics at Blessing Hospital and Blessing Health Hannibal can help. We have convenient hours to meet your needs. Go to the website on your screen for the hours of the clinic in your area. In most cases, antibiotics will not help with cold and flu symptoms. Antibiotics kill bacteria, but most colds and flus are caused by viruses, which respond to rest and hydration. Still, seeking a medical opinion about your condition and what to do about it is a good idea, especially if illness gets worse or lasts a long time. Also, wash your hands frequently to help stay healthy and stay home if you don't feel well. Happy holidays!
Women are exceptional. In the workplace, in the home, in the community, we fill so many roles vital not only to our success, but also the success of those around us. We deserve health care that is as exceptional as we are. Blessing Health meets the varied needs of every woman, from OBGYN care and breast health to pediatrics for those of us who have little ones in our life. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
Hang out with some of your friends today, it looks like.
I did, and I love their business model. It's one of my favorites. It's so fun. Check it out. Hey everybody, I'm here with Alex and Cindy Sanders from The Modern Portrait. Thank you for joining me at the round table today to talk a little bit about your business.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay, so I've been intrigued with The Modern Portrait since, it came in front of me, in front of my eyes. It's just the concept is so cool. Can you tell me exactly what is a photo booth?
Yeah, so it's a little different than like the traditional photo booth you'd see in the mall. So there's no box anymore. It's all open air, and then we have a stand that actually holds the screen and the camera. So people just walk up. It's very easy. Has instructions right on the screen.
Sounds so much cleaner than those boxes that people used to, leave their farts in or whatever.
Yeah.
It's an open air booth. And
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
They're only doing the touch screen and everything, and we can always wipe that off as well.
Yeah.
The hors d'oeuvres of the parties, can get everywhere. So.
Yep. We keep it clean.
It is, and not only is it clean, but it's fun. It's such an attraction. You said wedding receptions. What other events do you find yourselves booked at?
Family reunions, Christmas parties.
We graduations.
Graduations. We did a summer pool party last year.
And speaking of Christmas parties, those are right around the corner if they're not happening now. So this is a great feature if you're looking for something fun to do for your corporate party, for your family party.
Any sort of party, anything where there's going to be people there that's going to try to commemorate a good time, we can be there to do it in style.
Tell me, are you booking up fast with these? What's your availability like? Is it looking okay? Like if say somebody really does want to get this, in their party.
It's hit and miss, so you definitely need to call and inquire about it, just because, the random dates, get filled up. So we want to fill up your dates, so you got to give us a call to see if we can pencil you in.
And so is that how that works? Is giving you a call, or do they contact you online?
themodernportrait.info. I always forget the. So.
Yep. So we have a website, Facebook, Instagram, phone numbers, email.
So all kinds of ways we can get a hold of you. We can figure out if they can book you or not.
There's even an advertisement on the Muddy River page.
You can click through, and that goes directly to our website. Our website's pretty basic, just one page. Scroll down to the contact form and get a hold of us.
It is a cute website, just like the cute features you have on here. Can you tell me a little bit about, what is this right now that we have in front of us? We're going to hold it up for you so you can see the cameras.
Yeah. So this is the roaming feature of our photo booth, so we can actually just carry this around. We have a battery pack that controls all the lights and keeps the tablet charged up. So we can walk around with this at your party.
So you can prompt them to take the photos, I would think, right? Instead of just putting it in the corner.
We come to your guests and everything. Like, no need to, put your salad to the side. You know, we'll come by and
Yeah,
snap a photo.
we'll harass them until they take pictures for you.
I love that. I love that because I do see some of these gadgets in the corner, and people don't walk up to them because that's the other thing. They don't know what to do with them. So how does that work?
Yeah.
Are you there showing them?
Yes, we are there at every event.
Okay,
So
I did want to point that out because that is a big feature with
Yeah.
you guys that kind of I think sets you apart from the other guys.
And you know, I mean, even though this is a very simple self-serve thing, I mean, we try to make it simple to where a 5-year-old to an 85-year-old would be able to use it.
Okay.
You know.
And kids love it. Kids love it.
Oh, I'm sure.
From the ages of 8 to 14, you can't get them away from the photo booth. They'll just be there all night long.
Well, you know, I mean, it's the generations that, you know, they haven't known a time without a phone to take pictures and selfies. So
I never thought of great birthday. Like I know we mentioned birthday, but now my daughter's popping in my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this would have blew their mind.
and also for, I mean, the track meets, you know, for any sort of sporting occasions or where people, you know, have an end of the seasons and they want to, you know, kind of remember everything, you know, with a stylish photo, you know, section, we can also print things off. We can even make scrapbooks as well, and you know, basically customize your event, you know, to remember it the way you want.
I love this. It's just a whole new world of capturing features, photos, and fun. Okay, so tell me a little bit more before we head off to. We're going to show you a little bit about the setup, the stand, and how it works because it's kind of hard just showing you here. Some of the special features that you were telling me about earlier that does set you apart from the other guys.
Yeah. So I told you earlier that I had an attract screen earlier, so it was a different one. One good feature about this is that, you know, if we get to an event and somebody wants to change things, like they don't like that thing, they don't like a color, they want to change the template or anything, I can do changes at the event. I can change it, I can customize it, so I changed.
It's a Bridezilla's best friend.
It is, yeah.
I love it.
Changing on the fly.
Yep. So one thing that one of my biggest fears is that I'm going to spell somebody's name wrong. So I can, like, if I get there and they're like, hey, you spelled my name wrong.
Boom,
then
edit.
I can edit it and I can change it and upload the template and we're good to go.
Down to the buttons, too, that you can edit, though. That was another thing that she was telling us. Not very many people have asked for that clear of a customization, but you can go that down to detail with this thing. That's amazing.
And that's a part of, you know, why, I mean, our photo booth is our main feature.
Okay.
You know, there's other companies out there that may offer photo booths, but, you know, their DJ and, you know, maybe their main business. And this is just kind of their side chick, but this is our main squeeze here.
So exactly with that, too, of you being there and present, because I know you said 5 to 85. I'm not going to tell you what I am in the middle, but I promise you I could still figure out a way to not know how to work this thing. So I really like the fact that you're there, you're present.
We're willing to take the Pepsi challenge, you know, I mean, as far as, you know, you're going to be able to work this. But
So I just have an instruction here, tap here to start. So you would just tap anywhere on the screen. And then it comes up where you would take your picture. So I usually have instructions here, but it just says take a picture, it'll last longer. But I'll usually have text here that says pick an option below or something like that. Or I can also do hashtags. So if your event has a hashtag, I can put it directly on the screen. And then from here, you would just pick, I have a photo option. You can take slow-mo videos, boomerang videos, or GIFs. And then when you hit photo, it'll bring up the shutter button.
Take a photo of the camera. Let's do it. Inception. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I didn't know we were so meta.
So the way I have it set up here is a 3-photo, like classic traditional photo strip.
Okay.
So it'll take 3 photos, and then
there's Randy. I think we're gonna have some fun with this, Randy.
So it comes up just as the photo strip. So this is what it would look like when it prints out.
And you have Buddy River in there.
So I customized it just to have your logo on there. But I can do any sort of customization if it's like holiday themed or any theme. If you have a business logo, if you're a couple, I can put your name and your wedding date on there. So really anything. So let your imagination go wild.
Okay, so again, those holiday parties are right around the corner. We are, don't you guys have a holiday party that you're going to be at too? It's
the Cocoa with Claws.
Yeah.
So what is that?
It's at Bruning Heating and Air,
Yeah.
and it's a fundraiser for Homeward Bound Wagon.
Oh,
So,
love them both.
Yeah.
Love both of those places.
Yeah, so it is Thursday the 11th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And
Is that open to the public?
It is, yeah.
Bring your dogs.
Yeah.
What?
Bring your
Yes.
dog, bring your kids, wear your ugly Christmas sweaters, and take a picture with Santa. So we will have Santa there in front of one of our big, elaborate, beautiful fireplaces. And then,
refreshments.
yeah, we'll have a cocoa bar, hot chocolate bar with cookies and sweets and stuff.
Sounds delightful.
And
it sounds like the perfect plan for the person that hasn't got their Christmas cards out yet.
Yes, yep. So the kids and the pets can take their picture with Santa by themselves, but we do encourage family photos because we'll send a digital copy to people, so you can get this through text or email. So like on here, you can just hit the looks good button. So if you like your pictures, cool, but there's also a button up here that you can reshoot, and then you can pick which photos to reshoot. So if you like 2 of them, but you don't like one, you can just reshoot the one you don't like. But then when you're done, you say looks good. Then you can choose a filter. I just have 4 or 3 filters on there, but we can do lots of filters. There's lots to choose from. Or we can do no filters. Again, customization for your event.
Love
it.
This may be our photo booth, but these are your photos.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know.
Man, you are the slogan king. One last question that I have. So the cost behind this, at that event, is it going to cost the customer anything to come in there?
No, well, for Cocoa with Claws, no. Since it's a fundraiser, we're just donating our time and materials.
Well, thank you.
But typically, we have a base package. So it's a 2-hour package that includes us, the attendants, photo booth, stand. We can do the stand or the roaming photo booth. That's either way. Includes some basic props, so just like mustaches on a stick,
Gotta love a
signs,
mustache on a stick.
things like that. And then
There's various, again, with the customization,
Yeah.
so many packages you can add.
Is
Yeah.
there a point to how many pictures can be taken? Is that part of the packages or?
unlimited photos.
Awesome.
And then if you add the printer package, so our base package starts at $300.
Okay.
And then from there you can add unlimited prints. So the print package includes 1 size of print, so you can do 2x6 or 6x8 for your prints. And then we include a craft paper scrapbook and colored pens and double-sided tape, so your guests can print an extra copy of their photo, leave it in the scrapbook, and then write a little note. So that's really great. It's been really popular with weddings and things. So they can do that. And then we also have, you can add a backdrop. So the basic package does not come with a backdrop because not everybody needs a backdrop. So you can add a basic backdrop, which would be a solid color or a sequence color. We can do custom backdrops, so I can do balloon arches, flower walls, really anything. I can customize it and match the theme, the decor.
I love it.
Basically
anything like
challenge
that.
your imagination.
Yeah, we can even do set up a green screen, and we can have digital backgrounds.
Wow.
So you can design a background, or I can design a background for
Or you
you.
could be chased by a dinosaur from
Yeah,
Jurassic
yep.
Park.
All right, so no need to rack your brain anymore for entertainment purposes at any kind of party that you're going to hold, but you are going to have to come up with some creative ideas because they have all the options. And I'm sure Alex here could throw you some creative ideas as well as Cindy, but I'm
got you.
king of the slogans over here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining me.
If you're 55 or older and ready for quality, independent living, Good Samaritan Home of Quincy is your first choice. We are constructing new duplexes and single-unit cottages ready for you. Prepay your lease now and customize your future cottage. Say goodbye to the hassles of yard work, snow removal, and home maintenance, and say hello to stress-free, independent living. There is limited availability, so call Good Samaritan Home today at 223-8717 or see for yourself at gshq.org.
A lot of busy shows this week. Brittany will get us started.
On Frankie in the Clits this week, have you ever been to the Merkles by the Abbey or the KB Toy Store in the Old Mall? Have you ever heard of the K's merchandise catalog, the Sears catalog? Did you circle things, make a list? All these questions and lots of shenanigans, if that's what you like to call it, on this week's Frankie and the Clits.
On this week's Minutes with the Mayor, brought to you by Mercantile Bank, Ashley's joined by Kristen Neiman and Fire Chief Steve Salrin to break down 2 new public safety tools, Code Red and Community Connect. Code Red keeps you informed during emergencies, including alerts and boil orders, while Community Connect gives first responders crucial details like how many pets are in your home during a fire. They explain how both programs work and why signing up can make all the difference.
Later today on Club Muddy, the crew gathers for a roundtable discussion and is joined by guest Dawn Fleer, a personal trainer who operates the training room here in Quincy. She talks with us about how to stay fit during the holidays and what it really takes to focus on your health in a world that feels busy and chaotic for the average person. Dawn also shares how her services can help jumpstart those New Year's resolutions.
Coming up this weekend, we have another episode of High Tech in the Heartland. Have you ever wondered where all the light bulbs have gone? No, I'm not singing that in Paula Cole's voice, Brittany. Scott Richardson stops by to chat about LED lighting, its history, and what the future of illumination looks like.
On the Daily Muddies this week, Ashley was joined by Ethan Nienaber and Burgundy Hill to talk about the Quincy Community Theater's upcoming production of Into the Woods, along with a preview of the 2026 season. Jim and Rory O'Donnell share details about this year's Candlelight Memorials honoring loved ones during the holidays. Matt Schmidt from the Salvation Army and Eddie Griffin from the Muddy River Riders discuss the Angel Tree Parade and the many ways the community can get involved. Mary Soba stopped by with important advice on farm taxes, and rounding out the week, Lori DeVerger and Takaro Steele from Bella Ease joined Ashley to share an impactful story along with Don O'Brien from the BBB, who offered some great holiday credit tips.
What's it time for, Brittany?
It's time for sports with Chris Stewart and Matt Schuckman.
Well, happy Friday morning, Muddy Buddies. He's Chris Stewart. I'm Matt Schuckman. Yes, we are in the Shuck truck. It's not Shuck on a truck. It's 2 bald dudes in a truck.
Smartly, because how cold it is.
Wow, has it been cold this week?
It has been very, very chilly this week.
Have you packed hand warmers, long stockings?
I told you I broke in the electric socks
I
last
heard
week.
about that.
They're very comfortable.
You might be a little cold this weekend in St. Joe, Missouri.
I'm looking forward to it, though, and I think it'll be fun, and I think it'll be a heck of a football game as Hannibal goes for its 3rd ever Show Me Bowl appearance and goes for its 1st ever state championship in football. There was a little time I thought we might never see Hannibal in a state championship football game, and now, first thanks to Mark St. Clair and now Jeff Geschwender, I mean, we have seen that program elevated to the very heights of Missouri Class 4 football.
The Pirates will be taking on Kearney, the top-ranked team in Class 4, 11 a.m. Saturday, Spratt Memorial Stadium on the Missouri Western University campus. You will be there.
I will be there for the full wrap-up. We hope state championship, but it is a tall order.
It is.
Kearney is ridiculous on both sides of the football, and
well, you and I were talking about their quarterback. 6'5", 215 pounds,
left-hander,
Greco-Roman national championship wrestler
in Fargo this past year. 2-time state champion, going for his 3rd this year.
Crazy.
D1 scholarship already. You and I talked about this. I don't know if he's getting scholarship offers as a quarterback because he looks like a tight end.
Right.
But he may. I mean, he throws a pretty good ball. He's got great touch on it. Very talented kid and very hard to bring down, as are all of their backs. So it really is strength on strength as Hannibal's run defense tries to stop a team that will run a lot of option and then 2 plays later being spread.
And if you've looked at anything on our website this week, you've done a great job of detailing how well the Hannibal defense played in the state semifinal victory over St. Mary's Southside. But then not just that game, but all season long, and what Jamie Hoskins, the defensive coordinator, has done to make that team so solid defensively.
And there really isn't a weakness, which is kind of the thing that I don't know that really emerged until down the stretch when they've been tested so many different ways. So again, elite level test. We'll see how the Pirates handle it, but regardless, it has been an unbelievable season for them and for our area. And for us, with a chance to, see 3 teams in the Final Four this year. That's incredible.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to be catching up with a couple of former Quincy products.
You are.
Who are going to be at Pepsi Arena on Saturday. Quincy University men's and women's basketball team wraps up a 3-game homestand. All in GLVC play with Drury coming to town, which means you have the return of Keyshawn Thomas on the men's side. Quincy High School, all-time leading rebounder, 1,000-point scorer.
Playing well, too.
Playing well. And then Sage Stratton playing for the Drury women's team. Quincy Notre Dame product, all-stater last year, and a slew of accolades. She'll be there with the Panthers on Saturday as well. So look forward to that. Former QU coach Casey Bailey coaching Drury.
Down,
so,
yes.
Going to be a fun day at Pepsi Arena as well. We've got a lot of basketball stuff going on.
Busy QU week.
So, yeah, make sure you check out the QU Roundball review. We do that after every home game, brought to you by Alpha Accessories. So make sure you check those out. And then next week, awards week.
Hard to believe we're already here. And we've got...
Hard to believe we're already here, but it's also as late as I've ever done postseason awards.
Which is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. So we're going to have our all-area volleyball, softball, and football teams, our players and coaches of the year for all those things. Normally, in the past, we've done Shuck on a Truck with all of our players of the year. We'll see what weather does.
Yeah,
we might, but I've thought of this. We may do Shuck in a Truck since we know we can do it.
We're going to figure this out, and we're going to try to honor everybody the best we can in a lot of new and different ways, too, now that we've kind of come together as we kind of build our own brand of this after doing this separately for so many years.
Different than what I did at the Herald Wig or the last few years at Muddy River. Different than what you did at KHQA. We're going to make it work. We're going to mesh some ideas together and make it work. So you got all that coming up next week. The sun is out, as you can see. So it's bitterly cold out, but the sun's out.
I don't know that it's helping much.
Well, it doesn't matter how cold you are. You have a new stocking cap.
I do. I got a cheap stocking cap at this man's behest, because I've learned the lesson that the hunters know what the heck they're doing.
Amen.
That stocking cap was like $7, but the best $7 I've spent.
And by the way, this is the second weekend of Illinois deer season. So hunters are out and about. We'll have some updates on that. Over 51,000 deer killed the opening weekend in Illinois. Haven't gotten the Missouri totals yet, but we'll have those on our site as well. So
awesome stuff. Keep them out of the roads for the rest of us.
So great stuff. So you be safe on the road.
Will do.
Enjoy St. Joe.
I will. That'll be super fun.
We'll have complete coverage coming up thanks to him at MuddyRiverSports.com this weekend after we see what Hannibal does in the state championship game. And we will see you all next week right here. For Chris Dewar, I'm Matt Schuckman. Have a great weekend.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
I was very disappointed in our weather guys this week.
Why?
Because they wouldn't play 6-7. Here's how's the weather up there, brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. All right, ready for the joke?
Yes, sir.
I got a perfect one for today. I'll let snow out there today.
Oh, yes, no, yes, indeed.
Okay, so why did the snowman name his dog Frost?
Oh, that's a good one. Why did?
Because frost bites.
Oh, brother.
Hi, I'm Smorologist Nathaniel Jones. This is Meteorologist Brent Clary. So how's the weather up there with your weekend forecast? And Brent kind of led into it. You got to eat crow today because the snow came a little bit early, and then December 4th.
I was going to put a dunce cap on today, and it's like, no, but...
And today's December 4th. What's the chances of that? The day you picked?
The day I picked, well...
Is it going to snow today?
Somewhere. No. I guess I didn't say the first snow here, or just the first snow somewhere. So.
No, he's cheating the system.
But yes, I was just a little off on my prediction. And,
just a wee bit inside.
Wee bit inside, but yeah, I was close. You know, that's, for that far out to be that close, I'll call that a passing grade. So, But we did have some good snow last week, and once again, the darn freezing line right overhead. So a little bit of backstory, I was traveling to Tipton, Missouri last Saturday morning. Between here and Mexico was absolutely nightmarish. Terrible. Saw so many people in the ditch. And then once you got past there, it just turned, you just saw the snow slowly go to nothing. And then when I got toward my destination, it had rained a full inch without a drop of snow. Yeah. It was muddy. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you can attest to that. So, for us, a lot of variation of snow. I saw a lot of 4s, but I also saw a few 10s.
Yeah.
Home in Lorain, it was kind of iffy, and I think it was maybe the blowing of snow, but there was places where I saw, basically grass, and then I saw some more there. So it was a very hard one to figure out exactly how much fell, but nonetheless, not bad for snow for the year.
And I looked it up. This is my surprise for you today.
Yes, sir.
Look back in the weather archives. 8.7 inches is technically Quincy's snowiest day ever in November.
That is correct.
We've never had more than that in the 1950s, 1960s. Even 92 was when we got 8.1, I believe, in 92. We topped that one. So
there you
crazy.
go.
Record.
We're on the mark for a snowy winter. And I think that's going to be the case. And some were saying a early loaded winter, which is not completely out of the realm of possibility, because if you look back at 2011, we had that situation where it was snowy and for the first November, December, January, and then as we got into February, it started drying out, and we had a pretty decent spring. So that is a possibility, especially when you are talking about La Nina, even though it may be breaking down a little bit. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because in the next few days, going to be a little cold. Now this morning, not as cold as we thought, because we had a few more clouds overnight. It didn't break as early as we thought. For those
Still cold.
It's still cold. Well,
maybe 2 or 3 degrees off, but whenever it's like 8 degrees, it's hard to tell the difference between that.
No, I can tell the difference. The rubber has a different consistency at 8 and 0. But one of the craziest things, I was driving in at 6 o'clock this morning, and just a huge full moon.
Yeah.
Off to almost the northwest. I mean, it was
so, one of those super moons.
Yeah. Very nice, very pretty, and I love the full moon on a fresh snow. I just those are one of those things. So obviously did not get as cold as we thought. Might see a little bit of a flurry come Saturday, Sunday. Nothing too major. I doubt it even really get on the pavements, but just enough to maybe a little drill. And then we take a little bit of break for the snow season for just a little bit.
Are we going to trickle above freezing, you think, this weekend sometime?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so it might see a little bit melting?
Just a little bit. Now, obviously, with this snow that has just been super froze, with the cold conditions this last night, might be a little harder to start thawing. But nonetheless, we'll be in that mid 30 range for maybe Saturday, Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday probably be a little colder. And then Monday we'll get back close to the freezing mark again, and probably be in the upper 30s for the next few days next week. So as we see kind of a transition, or that roller coaster I was always talking about. So, but something tells me it's not going to be long-lived. So,
well, that's what's always weird, because after you get all this snow, then it melts a little bit, but then you get the refreeze overnight, which occurred, I believe, Saturday night into Sunday. So it got above freezing for a little bit, but it was super slick out Sunday morning too because of that refreeze.
That's right.
So just something to be cautious about.
Yeah, and again, when you talk about how salt does all the things like that, it's like when you get so cold, you can't.
Right, you can't rely on it.
You can't rely on it. So yeah, to see. That was what I was worried about, is all this slush turn into an ice rink, and it's like, oh boy, that's going to be fun. But regardless, though, it was a tough one. It was a tough snow to push because it was very wet, very heavy, if you ever bladed snow before, you know that a powdery snow will just kind of push off. But that wet snow just piles up and it doesn't go anywhere, and it's just frustrating. So, nonetheless,
what's your perfect amount of snow? I asked on Facebook, I believe last week, to the audience on Farm and Home Supply, what is the perfect amount? Most said 3 to 4. Perfect amount, enough to cover the ground, build a snowman with. But
no, I'm not going to say it. No, I will not say it. Oh no, we'll go there.
We don't say those words on this program, Bob. It's in between 5 and 8, those two numbers.
Yes.
But that is a bad word in our household.
Yes. You can't even say between 5 and 10 anymore. So, but no, preferably I like the foot snows. I mean, I like those.
So this is a good amount for you then.
Yeah,
around 10 is good.
I like it where everything is covered. You don't see anything. You don't see the grass sticking up. You don't see the tall grass. You just see this covering of snow. It's just that. And granted, it's hard to plow. It's hard to get out of driveways and stuff like that. But I just like that good, thick, heavy.
So if you like that foot snow, I'm going to assume that you have a plow or a snow blower.
I have a plow.
Okay. Because everybody else just has a snow shovel. Anything over 4, no, come on, man.
We live
tough.
We live on the farm, so we have to be prepared, right? So, I mean, we got the big boys too. So that's the one thing that I've never had. No, I take that back. We had once that we thought, why are we? My mom gave it to my dad, who was like 75 at the time. So why are you giving a 75-year-old man a snowblower, which means he has to be out in the cold?
Out there, yeah.
So you
still got to push the snowblower regardless,
right?
If
So,
you're out there.
I said he can be in the heated cab with a tractor while we plow snow. So anyway, but yeah, and I remember that everyone says, oh, not everyone has the luxuries, and I get that. And of course, the fun part is the schools having no clue. I take that back. Not no clue, but it is very tough for them.
Right, the unknowns of what's coming.
To make that call.
Yeah.
And believe me, we have conversations all the time with them, myself and all the other superintendents and principals. And yeah, I know the hard decision it is, because it's like, what's the right thing to do? So yeah, it's tough, and even postponing a day before is a tough call too, because you just like you see it happening, and it's like it's gonna. But just like last Saturday, everyone was saying, "Oh, we're gonna get the biggest," and it went north.
Right, a little bit north, yeah.
And then last Monday, it went way south.
Yeah.
And St. Louis, oh my gosh, and hear the chaos going on down there, and that's why I always say you never know these storm systems until after the system is gone, what they're going to put down.
Yeah, that's why the ranges, I think, plays well. At least you're going to get something, right? And very rarely does it pan out, hey, we're going to call for 5 to 8, and you get nothing.
Right.
Probably something is coming around there.
And if you notice, our ranges are starting to expand ever more slightly, because you would think that our data is getting better, but we're kind of coming to the realization, guys, it's a crapshoot. I mean, it is literally, we are making a guess, an educated guess. I guess you could call it an educated guess, but when things just change so quickly like that, you gotta play your cards right, and play the odds. So, yeah. But so we got a little bit of time before we get to Christmas, so we're not going to talk about White Christmas quite yet. I will say though, I think the odds are very good this year for White Christmas. We're talking about in our weather circles the polar vortex collapsing, which means very cold conditions coming for the rest of the month. What I will say is the end of December and 1st of January are probably going to be very, very cold. Now, whether it's very, very snowy, I don't know, but I think it's going to be a very cold pattern coming in. And just because we have a good, consistent flow of moisture coming up from the Gulf and from the Southwest, I think the odds are pretty good we're going to see some good White Christmas, but not guaranteed yet. The official forecast won't be out for another few weeks. So, but then again, it's probably going to be a week early or a week too late. So
in a range, right? We could have 1 to 1 foot, 1 inch to 1 foot.
Hey,
perhaps
white is white, right?
That's true. Going to be a cold weekend, but there's still stuff going on.
There is so much stuff going on. Even the mayor made it a point to say, hey, there's stuff going on at the city council meeting. So, as Bob stated earlier, the parade is rescheduled. Here are the details. The Quincy Parade will now take place on Sunday, December 7th at 5 p.m. The lineup begins at 4 p.m. on Main Street with the entry from the 18th Street. Judging starts at 4:30, and the parade will step off at 13th and Main before making its way down to Washington Park.
Hive Markets is hosting its annual Grinch Stroll this Saturday, December 6th, from 10 to 2 at the Machinist Lodge on North 5th Street. The holiday market supports Fostering Hope, which serves foster children and families in our area. Families are invited into Whoville, where the kids can get in free, and they will meet a special Whoville guest.
Miracle on Main Street takes place this Saturday, December 6th, beginning at 3 p.m. at 1550 Main, hosted by the Quincy Art Center, Friends of the Lorenzo Boll House, and the Quincy Museum. The event offers live music, ornament making, cookies, cocoa, visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and plenty of holiday cheer for the whole community. And if you are looking to spread cheer and volunteer, the Quincy Art Center is still looking for some brave volunteers to bundle up this Saturday and help out.
Did you miss Shop Local Saturday last weekend because of the weather? Good news, you can do it again. The district is hosting a series of Shop Local Saturdays, starting with this week's holiday stroll. It's a chance to wander through the beautifully decorated shops, and you can find some unique gifts and, of course, support local businesses. And it's a great time. Downtown's really starting to look beautiful now. Make sure you follow them on Facebook. Go to the district. You can find out where all the stores and all the bargains and all the deals are. And also Santa will be making an appearance in his workshop in Washington Park.
Tonight at the Rathskeller, located at 931 York Street, Noah McNally takes the stage for the First Friday Live series. That goes from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Swing by for great music, cozy vibes, and a peek at their holiday menu. It's a perfect way to kick off your Friday night. I'll probably be there with an espresso martini.
Inside, not in the beer garden, right?
Oh, absolutely. They have a cozy, nice setup. It's also like, not so crowded where the person's, kind of, I don't want to say in the way because the musician's never really in the way. No,
it's a nice layout there.
Yeah. I love the espresso martinis.
No, that's not a surprise. So, well, anyway, that's all the time we have for Muddy River Mornings. Thanks for joining us. Stay warm this weekend. Get your holiday shopping done, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.